Please excuse the weird shoddy camera work. I don't know where I put my little tripod, so I'm just holding this camera. So it might be a bit shaky, but it is what it is. Anyway, this is my week 7 post-op update. Yeah, week 7 already. It's kind of gone pretty fast, so I'm almost at the 2-month out mark, and yeah, it's going really good. So I'll just jump into stats and everything, get that out of the way. Okay, I am 31 years old, 5 foot 5 inches. My heaviest weight was 16 stone 7 pounds, or 231 pounds, and that was in December of 2017. My starting weight on day of surgery was 15 stone 3 pounds, or 213 pounds, and that was on the 13th of February this year, 2018. I had my surgery in Brno in the Czech Republic with Sargal Clinic. You can see all my story from surgery day and everything. In fact, I'll put it in one of those little iCard things. Is it that side? Is it that side? I don't know. Whatever side it is, I'll put it in a little iCard thing and you can go and check out that vlog. It's a bit kind of disoriented because obviously I was all over the place. But anyway, if you're interested, go and watch that. If you haven't already, that is. And if I just get my notebook, my current weight as of this morning, because it is Wednesday, I'm actually filming it on the day that I should be this week. So my current weight as of this morning, the 4th of April 2018, is 13 stone 2.5 pounds. So last week, if you watched my update video last week, you'll see that I was 13 stone 5¼ pounds. So that is a weekly loss of 2¾ pounds. Sorry, I keep fidgeting and doing this. I don't know, I'm just a fidgety person. Anyway, I'm also looking down at my notes, just that's what I'm looking at. So yes, that's a weekly loss of 2¾ pounds. That is a loss since surgery of 28½ pounds, which now brings me over the 2 stone loss since surgery mark. That's 2 stone and ½ a pound since surgery, and a total loss since my pre-op diet, which I started in December, of 46.5 pounds, or 3 stone 4½ pounds. So yeah, 46.5 pounds is now more than I have ever lost before. I lost 45 pounds doing a paleo diet back in 2013, 2014. That's the most I've ever lost. I'm still almost a stone heavier than I got with my paleo. So obviously when I gained all my weight back, I gained that plus an extra stone. So the lowest that I'd been with doing the paleo diet was 12 stone 5 pounds. So I kind of feel like, it's weird of saying that like, although I've lost more than I'd lost on paleo, it doesn't feel like I've lost as much because I'm still heavier than I was at my lightest. So I think once I get to 12 stone 5 and then get under that, that'll be when it starts to kind of feel like I'm properly losing, which doesn't make any sense because obviously I've lost a lot of weight already, but I just can't see it as being a lot of weight. It's weird. Anyway, this week, if you watched my last video, you'll know that I started introducing meat into my diet again. It doesn't feel like a week ago that I did a video, but it definitely is Wednesday. Anyway, yeah, I started introducing meat back into my diet, so I did that, and so my protein has obviously gone up. My macros are looking much better. I need to work on fat content though. I feel like with eating more meat, I'm eating more fat, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, having done a paleo diet and stuff before, obviously I'm not kind of shy of eating a lot of protein and fat, but I'd like to get the balance right and up my carbs a little bit as well. So I'm getting there with that. A little bit more fat than I would like to be eating, but definitely I'm hitting my protein goals now, which I was never given any sort of macro goals or protein goals or anything like that from my surgeon. I was told to go and see a nutritionist after I came home. Honestly, do as I say, not as I do. I haven't seen a nutritionist. My GP is as yet still unaware that I even went for the surgery. So yeah, I mean, feel free to give me into trouble in the comments, but it is what it is. So I don't have any sort of protein goals or anything like that set by a nutritionist or by my surgeon. I am basically just doing this on my own. My surgeon does ask that we check in 3 months post-op just to kind of keep them updated, but obviously with being in a different country there's not really a whole lot that they can do, so it's up to me to kind of do my own thing or find a nutritionist here, so do my own thing. So yeah, obviously I don't advise that to anybody, tell your GP, but mine is not particularly supportive, so there will come a point where obviously I have to tell her, but now is not that time. So I'm hitting the protein goals that I've set myself this week by eating more meat, so that's good. Also, I've kept up my walking every day with little periods of jogging. I'm just back from a walk just now, which is why I look like this. We did about 2.5 miles just around the local park, and that's like mostly walking with a little bit of jogging, and just trying to get the time that it takes down each time till it's at a kind of acceptable level. Anyway, so I've been doing that every day, and I definitely think it's helping. I want to try and kind of tone up my thighs a little bit, so I think that should help because I've got definite thigh jiggle going on. Also, my hair, I'm noticing now that when I wash it in the shower, I'm definitely seeing some more falling out, which is not unusual for me. I do go through little phases of where a lot of my hair falls out anyway, so I don't know whether it's related to the surgery or whether it's just I just have very thin hair that falls out quite a lot. I'll keep an eye on it. Last week as well, I had just started my period, which is over now. That was my first one since surgery, and yeah, it was just much the same as usual. I don't know whether I was expecting it to be like shorter or longer or whatever. I definitely noticed that after it was done, I got really bad cramps for like the day after, which was weird. Yeah, it was fine. I don't know why I'm just telling you about my period, but just in case you're interested, it was just a normal period. Otherwise, I've been pretty decent. Restriction has kind of like been, you'll know if you've been through the surgery as well, that some days you feel like really restricted with food, other days you feel like you could eat a bit more. It's never like a lot of food, obviously. It feels like a lot of food at the time, but it's obviously not. Today I ate too fast and I experienced what I assume is dumping. Now, I haven't really looked into dumping into great detail, but I have heard people talk about it, and so I'll explain what happened to me, and then you can let me know if you think it's dumping or whether it was just something else, I don't know. So I had some chicken for lunch. I had one, hang on a minute, my arm's killing me. I had some chicken for lunch, and I ate it too fast, and obviously with chicken being quite a dry meat, I kind of felt it sticking around here. Which is usually where I feel it if my stomach is full, like I can feel it right up into my neck. I knew as I was chewing the last bite that I had eaten too much, so I actually spat the last bite out into a napkin. It was in a public place, it was really great. And then I thought I'll just sit and try and kind of stay still and let my stomach digest, but as I sat there I realised that I was going to be sick, so rushed up to the toilet and I was sick, and this is going to be totally a TMI, but just for the sake of documenting all this, I didn't vomit so much as the food just kind of slid back out again. You know, if you vomit you retch and you can feel your stomach kind of tightening up and pushing the food out. It wasn't like that at all. It was more like I wanted to hiccup and then I just happened to kind of hiccup out the excess food. Sorry again if this is really gross. Yeah, so that happened. It was just pure food. It wasn't like sick or anything. It was just chicken that came back out again. So I did that, felt vaguely better as I was walking around. We were in a shopping centre, so as I was walking around afterwards, I still didn't feel great. There was a point where I thought I might be sick again, but I just kind of walked it off. We weren't near the toilets at that point, so I had to walk it off. And then after about 10-15 minutes, I started to feel better. I still felt overly full, but yeah, it was well enough to continue walking around and actually be able to focus on what I was doing, because for that 10 minutes or so I was just focusing on the fact that I felt like shit, to be honest. So yeah, so that was fun. So definitely I need to slow down, which is something that I have noticed before, that I need to slow down. Like I knew that I had to, but I just wasn't as aware as I should have been. Now I know It's not pleasant, so slow down, wait 2 minutes between mouthfuls, you will thank me. Yeah, so the last thing was my little Fitbit here that I was just trying to check there. Oh, that was horrible. I've got like arm jiggle. Yeah, I've been using a kind of knockoff version of Fitbit. It's a Mi Band is what I used to use. I have had it for probably a couple of years, to be honest, but I couldn't connect it to my FitnessPal, and so today I treated myself to a proper Fitbit, and I can connect it to my FitnessPal, which is good because it means it puts in my exercise automatically, and yeah, I like it so far. It's good. So I think next week, when it's my 2-month post-op, what I will do is I'll do my weight and everything as usual, and then I think I will do my measurements as well because it's been a while. In fact, I took my measurements a couple of weeks ago and I don't think I told you guys, but on March 18th I took my measurements and I was down 2 inches in the bust, 2.5 inches in my waist, 2.5 inches in my hips. I was down 2 inches in my right thigh, 2 inches in my left thigh, 1/2 inch in my right arm and nothing in my left arm. So it was a total of 11.5 inches down. I think my arm measurements are not down much because obviously I still have all that loose skin just hanging. I don't want to like pull the measuring tape tight, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go and make some food for my son, and I should probably make some food for myself. I'm a bit scared to eat something after that whole dumping scenario today. But it has been several hours and I probably should be eating something. A bit scared to eat, but it'll be fine. But yeah, so see you next week for my 2-month post-op update. As usual, if you've got a channel and I haven't checked it out yet, then let me know in the description. Let me know how you're getting on, and we'll go and check you out. Also, I've leave my Instagram down below as well. Go and follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching, etc, etc. Subscribe if you're not already if you want to continue following my journey, and I'll see you all next week.